Yo, what's up guys, Felix from Giant Lifestyle. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to answer a comment I got on one of my videos which says, can you make a video on how women treat you after being successful versus before? Now, this is kind of an interesting question because I think some guys, when they're on their journey to become successful, they have this idea that as soon as they become successful, girls will just be knocking their door down. Now, while yes, that is true, women might look at you or give you a better time of day that you're now successful. I remember Steve Harvey said that a guy with money, a woman can find anything cute about him. You need to understand you still need game, right?
Before this video starts, I just want to remind you to check the first link in the description if you want to learn how to build a business buying and reselling diabetic medical commodities. The second link will give you information on how I built a business flipping pallets. The third link is if you want to learn how to become an independent courier. The fourth link is a book by my mentor in real estate, which will teach you how to flip houses using none of your own money. Check out the fifth link if you want to get 6 free stocks on Webull simply by opening up a brokerage account and depositing at least 1 penny. Below that is a link to my merchandise store where I sell t-shirts. If you like my content and want to show support, go ahead and pick something up.
Just because you have money doesn't automatically mean that a bunch of girls are going to be knocking down your door, blowing up your DMs, and be hitting you up to hang out with you, right? You still need some game. You see it all the time where there's guys who have a lot of money and a lot of girls. There's guys who have a lot of money and no girls. Then there's guys with no money and a lot of girls, and there's guys with no money and no girls. So it doesn't really matter really what you have. At a point, yes it does, because women are inclined and are biologically created to look for a man that is like the best possible mate to procreate with, and men are obviously inclined. So women are designed to look for the best possible mate with the best resources, and men are inclined and created to look for like the best looking female, right, with the best traits. And men look at beauty first and women look at resources first, right? But just because you have resources and you have a nice car, or you drive you drive a nice car, or you have Gucci or Louis Vuitton, or Christian Dior, or you live in a nice apartment, that doesn't really mean anything. Yes, that will help. Yes, that will give you a better chance versus some guy that maybe lives in a rundown neighborhood, or works at McDonald's, or drives no car and has to take the bus. Yes, that will give you the opportunity and a better chance than somebody in the opposing playing field. But at the same time, you still need swag. Now, me personally, to answer the question, how have women treated me before being successful versus now that I am successful? And then just a quick side note, I'm 27 years old, I have no kids, and this year I'll probably make around $600,000 to $700,000 a year, so I am in the highest tax bracket. But at the same sense, you still need some game, right? Just because you have some money, just because you drive a nice car, just because you have some nice clothes, or just because you have a nice watch on your wrist, doesn't automatically put you in the playing field. You still need to know how to talk to people. You still need some social skills. I remember when I had nothing, I still had girls in my life. Now, I wasn't as socially, I didn't have as much social finesse as I do now, but I still had girls in my life. It wasn't like I couldn't talk to anybody. So, it's really about who you are on the inside. But girls sometimes you will see girls who might have not give you the time of day back when you had nothing, will now give you the time of day because you have a nice car, you have a nice lifestyle, you have all that. But at the same sense, you should kind of look at, what kind of category do you want to put those kind of women in, right? If they're only with you because you have a nice car, you have nice clothes, or you have a nice apartment, then you just know that those people are only after your resources, male or female, doesn't matter. You should know what kind of people you're dealing with. Now, if you just want to have fun with them and hook up with them, that's cool. But as far as a long-term relationship, you should never really tell, in my opinion, somebody that you're interested in maybe a long-term relationship or any relationship, what kind of level your resources are on. Obviously, women aren't stupid. They're going to know if you're living in a high-rise, you drive a nice car, you have nice clothes, and you eat at nice restaurants, they're going to have an idea. But ever leading with your wallet and telling them how much you make is something that I never even get into. If a female ever asks, okay, so how much do you make? I never tell her. I literally completely switch the conversation or act like I didn't hear it, because one, it's none of their business, and two, you don't want to give them an idea of exactly how much you make. But to answer your question, yes, women will give you maybe, you see it all the time when people become, basketball players or celebrities, or somebody blows up with wealth and fame, that women that maybe never gave them the time of day in high school, now all of a sudden they're in their DMs saying how much they think that they're good looking guys, or they always liked them in high school, which we all know is a bunch of baloney. But at the same time of day, even if you have money, you still need some sort of game. You need to know how to talk to people. You need to know how to make people feel good, because you see it all the time. You see a guy who's fat with a complete trophy wife, and you're like, how in the hell did this guy get this girl? And it's not really so much of what he has on the outside, but what he has on the inside, how he makes her feel, how he talks to her, and the emotions he gives her. But yes, the lifestyle can help, the success can help. But if you can't, just because you don't have money, or you don't have financial independence or financial freedom, or you're not living the lifestyle you want, doesn't mean you can't have women in your life. But obviously having money will give you better opportunities and will give you more leverage, right? Because obviously you're able to do more things and you're able to live a better life with money. I would literally wish financial freedom on my worst enemy, because the things that having money and financial freedom gives you the opportunity to do is, 1,000,001 times better than having nothing and no resources. But basically, to sum this entire question up, yes, they'll treat you a little bit different, but at the same time, I'm a very low-key person. Besides these videos that I make online for YouTube, I don't tell nobody my business. Nobody really knows. Now, based off my lifestyle, the clothes I wear, the car I drive, the traveling I do, and stuff like that, I'm sure people have an idea that I'm doing well financially, but I never lead into that. Now, like I said, if you just want to try to impress a girl, to see where her mind is at so you can hook up with her, that's on you. But as far as a girl that you want some sort of a long-term relationship with, never lead with your wallet. Never tell her how much money you're making, because one, you don't want people to know that, and two, it's none of her business. But yeah, obviously, like I said, girls are going to be inclined to want guys with money. It's in their natural creation of them. They want the guy with the best resources or the best quality mate to procreate with. But if that's all they want and they're only after you because you're doing well financially, run away from those people. But that's not just women, that's men, because people who only want you for what you can offer them are people that are very toxic. But to answer your question in this video, yes, they will treat you probably different if they if they knew you from high school, or maybe a girl that didn't give you the time of day in college, and now she sees that you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, you got a huge Instagram following or a huge social media presence and a huge successful business. She might give you the time of day and say, hey, I was taken at that time, but I still might have, I still liked you, or whatever type of nonsense she'll come up with to try to get back into your horizon. But in the end, that's because you have made a name for yourself and have built up your value. Another thing is, women are born with their value, right? As soon as you're an 18-year-old woman, you're instantly getting access to things that men can't get access to. Let's be 100% honest and real. Men and women are very different. Women can get into clubs and get free drinks, while men have to pay cover and have to pay for every drink at full price, right? So men and women are very different, where women are basically given their value. As a man, you have to go out there and create your value. So if you're broke, if you're fat, if you're out of shape, if you live in your mother's basement, if you have nothing going for you, that's 100% your fault, right? So you have to go out there and create your value. So that's really all I wanted to say in this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to put a thumbs up on it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.